How to prepare neurodivergent kids for Halloween. Hey there, I'm Charlotte with Colorful Teaching for You. Thank you so much for joining me. Halloween can be a magical time of the year for many children because you've got beautiful costumes that children are choosing. They're getting candy, they're sharing spooky stories. But for some children, specifically neurodivergent children, this occasion can cause a great deal of overwhelm and anxiety. And as parents and teachers, we need to help our children to ease into this day so that they can join in and enjoy the rest of the day and really just have fun. Now, this means that it's important for us to prepare them in advance so that they're able to focus on their needs, what they need, and how they can manage throughout the day. Ensuring that Halloween is predictable, flexible, and inclusive is going to help your neurodivergent children stay regulated and enjoy the day itself. Now, with the right preparations, they're going to be able to do this. Let's really talk about the good steps that we can use, because really it shouldn't just be about tricks. It should be about treats for you and your kids too. So let's get into those treats. Number one is use social stories and visuals. So it's really important to make the day predictable. So we want our kids to know what do they need to say, when do they need to say it, how do they need to manage their day. So using social stories will help them learn exactly what they need to say, and actually creating a visual for the day in a step-by-step manner is going to help them know what the day is going to look like. We want them to know what it's going to look like from the beginning of the day to the end, where they're actually putting on their costumes and leaving and going trick-or-treating. That eases a whole bunch of overwhelm. Reading social stories is going to help them know what to say, and if you'd like free social stories, check out the link in the description where it says full episode. Go to step number 1 where it says use social stories and visuals, because I will give you a link to my YouTube channel for social stories, and you'll be able to figure out what to say for Halloween. Now, using visuals is going to help them as well, just knowing what to say, what to do. And then the week that's leading up to Halloween, it's important for you to review what the visuals are and to also review these social stories so that children know what to do. Now, I would honestly do this every single day until it's Halloween day, and on Halloween day as well, if you have time to ease the overwhelm, review everything again. Now, the next thing is focus on sensory overload. So Halloween can be intense for many kids because there's loud music, there's flashing lights, there's spooky objects coming around the corner, and you've also got creepy costumes. So beyond that story, you also have crowded streets, right? Everybody's going trick-or-treating or going to a party of some sort. And if you live close to a downtown area, you've got even more crowds. So we've got 4 things that we can do to help our kids with that. Number 1 is teach them what they can do when they get overstimulated. Can they tell you that they're getting overstimulated, or can they regulate themselves? If they can't, then how can they tell you that they're feeling overstimulated? The second thing is point out areas that they can go to that will help calm them down so they can get a break from all of the sensory images that's going on. The third thing is, if possible, take along some noise cancellation headphones so that they can block out any excess noise that they don't need to hear. Okay? And the fourth thing is to attend calmer events, like community events, or specifically that take place during the day. And the reason I specify during the day is because when it's bright outside, costumes look less creepy, there's not as much noise or music, and the lights are not, if they're on, they're dim, or it's overshadowed by the daylight. So it's less spooky outside for kids. That way they can enjoy Halloween without having to worry about feeling scared. Because a lot of times if they're scared, guess what's going to happen at night? They're going to have nightmares. So just thinking about, right after school, it's still bright outside, can they go out at that time instead? Then the third strategy is to practice trick-or-treat etiquette. So here it's practicing different ways that they can approach their neighbors. How can they say trick-or-treat, and how can they either hand out or accept candy. So this way, if you practice it, it's going to be more exciting and less intimidating. So here, you can use role playing with family members so they know what to do. You could use toys or pretend candy to simulate the trick-or-treating experience. And you could also, for nonverbal children, perhaps practice handing out a card that says trick or treat so that they don't feel like they have to talk. Now, when I say nonverbal kids, I'm actually not just talking about kids who aren't able to speak. I'm also talking about kids who are in that moment perhaps scared to talk because perhaps there is just too much happening and they aren't able to speak. In that event, just to be on the safe side, you know your child best, take that card just to be on the safe side. They don't have to use it if they're able to say trick or treat, but if they can't, then they have a card. Okay? So that's what we've talked about today. We've covered a lot. Let's recap. We've looked at the importance as to why it's important to teach our kids about how to manage the overwhelm of Halloween, specifically neurodivergent children. And we've looked at how to prepare them for Halloween in 3 different ways. One is to use social stories and visuals. The second is to focus on sensory overload. And the third one is to practice trick-or-treat etiquette. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me. In the meantime, remember to create, experience, and teach from the heart. I will see you again, same place, same time next week. Take care, my friends. Bye.